Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. It's Teresa here, and today I'm on the Traci Reed Designs blog with some lovely hybrid instructions for you working with the Strong AF digital collection. And today I'm going to show you on this layout how I've created this wreath background out of the digital florals in the Strong AF collection. Okay, let me share with you real quick in Photoshop how I created the floral wreath here on my layout for the Strong AF collection. And so what I'm going to do first off, I've already done it. I created a blank 12 by 12 canvas that is the size of my finished layout. And the reason that I do this is so that I can scale the florals to fit in the space that I want to fit them in. So I've got my blank canvas. I've also gone ahead and brought in my background paper. Now I chose this background paper very simply because it's subtle. It has a beautiful little floral print, and it will allow those florals to pop against the more, what I consider a neutral background. It's neutral in the sense that it does not compete with the elements on the page. So once I have my layout canvas opened, my background paper is placed, I'm going to bring up the florals. And so an easy way to do that, I'm going to open them all in one tab. And so I'm going to go up to the File menu, click on that, and select Scripts. And underneath Scripts, you'll see Load Files into Stack. And it will bring up this little box that says Load Layers, and it will let you browse into your computer files. So I've gone into the Strong AF LEs, and you'll find the floral elements. They're already clustered here for you. There's also singular flowers as well if you want to incorporate those, or if you want to create your own clusters. And if you want to go ahead and select other elements to bring into your layout, you can. I'm just going to work with the florals for our video. And so once you click OK, it will bring up all of those florals, and then hit OK again, and it will load them all into the same tab. And the beauty of this is now once it's finished loading, okay, all 5 of them, I'm going to select all 5 of them from, I'm sorry, 4 of them here. No, it is 5. Okay. I'm going to select all of them and drag this into my layout. And so now they're all here, and I'm going to go ahead and drag them all over here while they're all in one cluster here. And then I'll begin to separate them out and see how they're fitting on the page. And I like the sizes here. I think I'm going to start here at the bottom. This one may not look exactly like what I created for the layout, but that's okay. You'll get an idea of how I did this. And then I'm just going to arrange the different clusters around. I'm just going to do, with these first 5, I'm just going to do one side. And then I'll copy paste for the other side. And again, you can just use your move tool to rotate and position them how you want them. just to get this feeling of a half circle, a circle, however you're creating. And then I do want to be mindful of how I'm placing them as far as who's stacked on top of who. And so this little corner piece here kind of acts like a corner. That's going to be stacked on top of everybody else, and then you'll see how it kind of goes out from there, how they're each stacked and arranged. All right, and so once I have that done, I can select all 4 of them again and right click on the layers and select duplicate layer, hit OK, and then you've got that repeated for your second half. And then flip it around. Now I left a little bit of space here at the bottom for the photo and things like that. And at this stage, what you're going to want to do is, if you have a pattern paper still showing on your canvas, let's go ahead and turn that layer off. And then we're going to save each of the halves of the wreath on their own as a PNG. And so I already have it saved. I'm going to show you what it looks like in my folder. So let's select PNG, and then here I've labeled it floral underline RT for right. And the reason we're going to save it as a PNG is because the PNG file keeps it as a transparent layer for when you bring it into the silhouette. Another thing you're going to want to do is find out about how high and wide you have this set. It looks like the height is about 7.76 or 7.6. And so once I have that saved, turn that one off and turn the other half of the wreath on and repeat that process. Save it as a PNG. It's probably about the same height and width. And then we're going to open it up in the Silhouette software. And so, of course, when you bring your saved PNG into Silhouette, it's going to give you a warning, because a low resolution warning, because it's brought it in full size. So remember when I said remember what height or width you need your wreath to be at. So the reason is because now you're going to tell it what height you need it to be. So lock your aspect ratio first. That's up here next to the width and height dimensions. And then for the height, we had 7.6. And I'm going to hit enter. And it sort of disappears off of the screen. So we can go and set X at 0 and Y at 0. And now you have your half of your wreath here on the canvas for you to print. Go ahead and turn on your registration marks, and you can print that out. Print that out on your clear sticker paper first, and then run it through your Silhouette to cut just the florals. And once you have that cut on your clear sticker paper and you have it cut out, then you can print it on your photo paper or your matte cardstock or whatever you're using. Once you print it on your photo paper, then you're going to add the offset. And so on the right hand side of the screen, you're going to go to offset and select offset. Internal offset will put it inside your flowers. So you want just the plain offset, and notice how that added the red line around your floral wreath. And so it gives you the option of a 0.125 distance. I usually dial it back just a little bit to 0.110, but you can of course play around with it and select whatever kind of distance you want. Now, if you go ahead and print this and put this into your silhouette with the floral outline and the offset outline, you're going to get two different cuts. So once you have this printed on your photo paper, then slide that out of the way. If you want to get rid of these little tiny dots here, so it doesn't shred your paper, you can just double click on that and it will bring you to the point editing menu, and you can select delete point and clean that up a little bit just so that it doesn't, you know, create little cuts that don't really do anything. And then you can put your print into the silhouette machine and cut your red outline that just has the single cut and not cutting around the flowers. And then let's see, slide that back over there, and you basically have both of your clear sticker paper printed and cut, and you have your photo paper printed and cut. And now I'm going to take you over to my worktop and show you the hybrid portion of the layout. Okay, I'm going to move on to my worktop now for the hybrid portion. These are the floral wreath embellishments as I have printed them out, and I've gone ahead and adhered the clear sticker paper embellishments to the photo paper embellishments. The reason that I do that is because it gives the impression that the glitter florals are a little more dimensional, and also notice how it makes the colors pop from this collection. They're beautiful colors. I love the color palette of this collection. And notice how beautifully that wreath stands out against the solid, the kind of light blue tone-on-tone background pattern paper. They just work beautifully together. I went ahead and printed out and cut the title for the You Are Strong AF with an exclamation point. I also printed out the photo here. It's about 3 by 4 inches. And I printed and cut one of the journal cards from this collection to use as a journal spot. And I'm just going to tuck it behind the photo. I don't want it to compete too much with the floral wreath because I feel like that is the center focal point, and I love how the circle works together with the title to bring your eye right around into the photo. So you get a nice dynamic circular design here that's repeated in the title, repeated in the floral wreath, and brings you down to the main focal point of the layout, which is the photo and the journaling, of course. So I'm going to use one of my roller date stamps here to add my date at the bottom using one of the little labels here from the collection. Also notice how before I printed out the patterned paper, I added some of the digital mixed media elements to the top and the bottom. These are also helping to reinforce points along the page design. And so the bottom one was a great spot to add the date. And at the top here, I think what I'm going to use is the wow word art. And so my story for this layout, I had not really shared that. A couple of weekends ago, we traveled to Raleigh here in North Carolina and did a couple of fun touristy things. We went to the Museum of Art. We had a wonderful dinner at this place called Vidrio. And Alan and Asher sat together across the table from myself and River. And the restaurant had this beautiful background of an entire wall. It's an art piece created with some clear and colorful, what I would call serving dishes. They're just beautiful pieces of glass. And it formed a whole rainbow across the wall of the restaurant. And so what I wanted to use the photo for was a layout to sort of empower and remind Asher of her strengths and hopefully help her feel reminded that she has power of her own. And so once I had everything sort of arranged here on the layout, I wanted to go in and add just some little white points around the florals. I'm using a Uniball Signo white pen. You could also do Nuvo dots or enamel dots. I just wanted to keep it really subtle. It's just a fun little way to add a little something here, and you'll be able to see it, of course, at the end in the detail photos and on my social media accounts on Facebook and Instagram. And of course, just a reminder too that this will be on the Traci Reed Designs blog. I will have all the steps outlined. If you like to have specific instructions in written format, they'll be there, and you'll be able to create a nice little floral embellishment wreath for your layout. And of course, don't forget to stop by the Traci Reed Designs shop and pick up the Strong AF collection. And I think that you will love working with it as much as I have. Thank you so much for joining me today and for watching the process video. And I just hope that you receive a ton of inspiration from this process. And I will see you back here again very, very soon. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.